Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to Radio Time Productions with Valerie Jarrette Bass. Sit back and relax as Valerie talks to some of the greatest minds of our time. Enjoy the conversation and remember to visit www.radiotimeproductions.com for more inspiration. Now let's get on with the show.
Well, greetings and welcome to Radio Time Productions. This is your host, Valerie Jarrette Bass, broadcasting live from beautiful South Florida studio. And we wanted to say that our prayers are going out today to all of those people that may be affected or suffering from the terrible pandemic that the entire world seems to be experiencing. That's why we're bringing you some breaking news segments, 15-minute segments from some of the world experts and experts in the field of different technologies, tools, and the like, energy medicine. And, today we have expert guest today is Subtle Energy Sciencesfounder, Eric W. Thompson. For several years, he's been researching and developing proprietary methods for producing and capturing subtle energies in digital form. We will be discussing these health-transforming technologies today. And to begin with, we want to say, what is subtle energy? What is energetic encoding? Get a few of these out of the way because people are very interested in this right now, and we need to get this breaking news segment out to our expert guest, who seems to be on the line right now. Hello, is this Eric?
Yeah, how you doing, Valerie?
Hi, Eric. So glad you could be with us today. We're so fortunate to have someone like you to give us this information, this very important information. And I want you to know that, I'm a stranger to subtle energy and to all that you're doing. And I know that it's been around for a while and used very successfully. What we want to do is try and let our listenership understand what this is about so they can benefit now, because we need it now during these times that we're going through. And one of the first questions I wanted to just ask was, what is subtle energy?
So we define subtle energy as any energetic force that is so subtle that it can't be accounted for by the four known forces of physics. And in physics, there are basically four recognized forces, and that's the strong and weak nuclear forces, electromagnetism, and gravity. Some people break electromagnetism up into electricity and magnetism, so they count five forces. But generally, it's four forces. And so subtle energy would fall into the category of energetic phenomena that have been recorded either anecdotally or scientifically over the years, but that it's just so subtle, it can't necessarily be directly detected using traditional, conventional electromagnetic instruments. And some of these energies have been called at times chi. There's a healing form known as Reiki energy. There's science, actually in paranormal science, where they psi phenomena, where they study psi phenomena. They have recorded many different non-local forms of communication, like healing at a distance, remote viewing, psychokinesis. There's a lot of scientific evidence for that, and all of that suggests these subtle energetic processes that are going on below what we recognize as the four known forces of physics. And based on our research, we believe that subtle energy can and does exert really very real influences on biology and human health every day. And we were talking earlier, we mentioned Glenn Ryan, and Glenn Ryan did some interesting research on how human intention affects DNA. And one of the things in his study, he showed that human intention and emotion does, in fact, affect DNA, but he also theorized that the unique shape or morphology of DNA acts as a kind of antenna that not only receives subtle energetic signals in the environment, but also transduces or transforms those signals into electromagnetic signals and biochemical signals that actually influence human health and the body. So what we are about at Subtle Energy Sciences is we're committed to finding new ways to enhance human health, consciousness, intelligence, and well-being through the use of subtle energy and energetic encoding technology.
Wow, yeah, that's also fascinating stuff. I love it. But you know what people are going to be questioning is what is energetic encoding technology? This is so exciting stuff going on. Can you tell us what that is?
Sure. So, energetic encoding technology is the term we use to refer to a process and a technology that we've been developing over the past 10 years. And this process basically extracts, amplifies, and encodes subtle energy into digital media in such a way that when you play that digital media on any electronic device, whether it be a phone, a laptop, computer, Mac, tablet, or TVs that you can hook your internet connection up to and your devices to, when you play these extracted, amplified, and encoded energetic signatures through these devices, you're transforming your electronic devices, your smartphones, for example, into a very high-tech, futuristic energy medicine device that emits life-enhancing subtle energy into your environment. And the digital media that we encode, energetically encoded digital pictures, audio, video, and even web pages.
I know, it's fascinating. I played a little on my cell phone today. It was like, oh, this is mind-boggling. And finally, they've done it. Now, how is it possible you kind of already said that, to encode subtle energy signatures? In other words, amplify and encode it. Is that just, that has to do a lot with just very technical aspects of it?
Well, we operate, I often get the question, how do you extract an energetic signature from something? What does that even mean? Yeah. And what we do is we operate from the paradigm that everything in the universe is not only energy. You do hear a lot more today this idea that everything is energy, but we come from the paradigm that everything in the universe is not only energy, it's informed energy. In other words, everything is energy and information. We can look at the famous equation from Einstein, for example, that says E equals mc squared. Decoded, what that basically means is that there's an equivalence between energy and matter, right? But there's a missing component in there. We believe the missing component is information. And one of the ways that I depict this or illustrate this missing informational aspect of that equation is, so if we follow the equation and we take all the matter in the universe and we speed it up to the velocity of light so that it becomes pure energy, and then we have this pure sea of energy, what happens if we reverse that process so that all that energy becomes matter? What is it that tells or informs the energy to become a tree? What is it that tells it to become water? What is it that tells it to become single-celled organisms? In other words, there's a missing informational component that informs energy how to take its specific material form, right? And one of the things I think of is this quote from a physicist, Paul Davis. He wrote a book called Information and the Nature of Reality, and he said that the processes of life, including biological life, would implode into a jumble of chaos if they were not perpetually stabilized by information and communication. Essentially, physicists are starting to see everything at the subatomic quantum level as energy and information. Information being key to how energy takes its form and performs its functions in the material world. And one of the scientists that I've taken a lot of inspiration from over the years, who's a biologist from the UK, his name's Rupert Sheldrake. Maybe you've heard of him. He has developed this idea of morphogenetic fields, which are essentially invisible, non-physical fields that influence the form that materiality takes over time. And we, if we had more time, this is going to be a short interview, but if we had more time, we could talk about more about morphogenetic fields and the scientific evidence for it, I've come to the conclusion that the morphogenetic fields really does explain this non-physical informational influence on the material world. And so what we've essentially done is we've taken this information, we've taken this inspiration, and we've developed various methods for extracting the morphic field or the informational fields of various substances and capture that information as a digital signal. So to give a really practical example of this, we can let's take one of the really popular supplements these days is CBD oil, and for good reason. It has wonderful health benefits.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
So what one of our products does, it's called Digital CBD. What we did was we essentially extracted the morphic or informational field of very high quality CBD oil and other terpenes, and we amplified that signal thousands of times and encoded the final amplified signature into digital media, which includes audio, video, and digital pictures, such that when you open any of these on your devices, these will emit the amplified informational field of CBD oil directly into your immediate environment and into your biofield, so that you get the benefits of CBD oil. Now, we've had reports of people essentially, reducing stress.
Absolutely.
Experiencing pain reduction, stress reduction. And in that example, we were able to extract the informational field of CBD oil using what we refer to as non-local carrier waves. And these are essentially carrier waves that are found in nature. They're subtle energetic waveforms which seem to perform the task of carrying and communicating energy and information at the quantum level in nature. And we found that simply by interfacing those with CBD
a 2-minute warning. Hi,
we can
Eric.
extract the informational field out of that oil and capture it digitally. And then we amplify it thousands of times and encode it into digital media.
Eric, unfortunately, this has been so fascinating and so interesting. What we need to do now, though, is to give some information regarding how people can get in touch with you and what we can do regarding these wonderful products that you have here. Give people some information to call, to email, get your address. I mean, it's here on the introduction page, but go ahead and give them any information. We only have 1 minute and 58 seconds left.
Okay, I'll make this real simple. You can go to our website. It is www.subtle.energy. That's subtle, SUBTLE, .energy, ENERGY. And if you scroll down the page just a little bit, you will see a free offer for quantum immunity. It's something we've developed free of charge to address the concerns with not only coronavirus, but the immune system. And you just go to the webpage, and the webpage is encoded with the quantum immunity signature. It has signatures in there for strengthening the immune system, fighting viruses of all kinds, fighting infections, reducing fear and stress and anger as well. And all you have to do is keep the page open. You don't even have to look at it. You can work in other windows if you want. As long as the page is open, it'll emit its energy. It has a downloadable version as well that you can use on any of your devices offline, that you can print out. That will carry the energy. Again, the website is www.subtle.energy. Quantum immunity is free. You don't even have to enter your email.
It's so great. I encourage everybody to go there. There's some fascinating products there that will benefit you now. We need these now, and we want to have you back. Please, you're such a wealth of information, and these are just the kind of products that people should know, Eric. And we really appreciate you coming on today. And you're welcome back anytime. And thank you so much. And do you have any telephone number quickly, or no?
No, we don't have a public telephone, but you can contact us through email at support@subtle.energy. You can also find us at Facebook. We have a private Facebook group. Just look for Subtle Energy Sciences. Join it, and we'll let you in, and you can talk to us there as well.
Thank you so much. God bless. Thank you. I really appreciate all that you're doing. You're going to come back.
Hey,
we're going to have you back.
Thank you so much, Valerie. God bless.
Thank you. Thanks, Jared. God bless.
Bye-bye.
Bye.